Well, happy. What is today?
Happy
Monday.
Monday. It is happy
Happy
Monday.
Monday, everyone. Here on KOXE, it's the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. I am Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett. Lions are coming off their third win in a row. So, how you feeling this Monday,
I'm
Coach?
feeling really good. I mean, it's amazing how you feel over the weekend based on wins and losses. But no, our kids playing extremely hard. They're getting better every week. They're confident. They're being coached, and it was nice to see them go out there and get a win on Friday night against a solid Glen Rose team. Probably the best defense we played all year, and I thought our kids did well. Other than leaving, we firmly feel we left 35 points out there. It could have been you had 35 to 17. That's somewhere in the range of 52, I think. If we could put 52 up on a team like that, that's a big deal potential-wise. But we didn't max that potential, so that's sort of what we're focused on this week. Make sure you're executing everything that you do, be a master at your craft, work on the little things that are getting us beat, execute the plays when you have the opportunities, and you have an opportunity to be special and be successful. So all in all, a great Friday night. Cole Miller probably played the best I've seen him play all year. Had 15 tackles, I think 10 solos, 5 for a loss, or 5 assists. I mean, 1 for a loss and had a recovered fumble. I mean, big night by him. Him and Quint McCarty doing great things up front along with Davis Lee. Our linebackers were playing solid football, and we did a great job of covering Friday night defensively. So I know defense wins championships, and Coach Jones and the defensive staff got them right on track. They're doing great things, giving us opportunities to make mistakes offensively, yet still win a ball game. But for us offensively, we need to click on all cylinders. I think Coach Gennard called a great game, put us in positions to be successful. We just got to go out there and execute. So that's our growth plan for the week. Playing a really strong Conley team, but relishing that Friday night victory.
Earlier in the season, you talked about the depth of the team, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, been through a lot of injuries. But here we are, still won 3 games in a row. So, what does that say about the team?
It says a lot about. I mean, they're resilient. They've worked hard. We talk about it. They've worked since December when we started off season, and in the weight room, and just living in the weight room and getting stronger, and then moving it out to learning how to run fast and run with better form and increase our speed. You show me an athlete that's strong and that is fast, and I'll show you an athlete. I'll argue with anybody. It doesn't matter what sport you're involved in. The stronger and the faster you are, the better you're going to be. And we really focus on that. And the kids put hours upon hours in the weight room and on the track and in the off season building their skill set. And then they carried that into the spring. We started applying it. Now they're hard. I mean, it's hard. You know, when you put so much money in the bank, you expect to get it out at some point. And when you work so hard at something, it's hard to give anything up. So they're not quitting, and they're expecting a result. So they're wanting some return off what they put in the bank. So that delayed gratification is coming for them, and we still got to continue to grow. Potentially, I think we have room to be a lot better. If we're on a scale of 1 to 10, potentially, I think we're at 6 when I think we can get to a 10. And that's a big thing because I think there's a lot of teams out there that are, say, 10s, but they're playing at a 10 level. I don't know that if we can get to that 10 level, that we won't be a better 10 than those other 10s. So there's definitely potential and opportunities. You still got to stay hungry. You got to become a master at your craft, and you got to execute and take advantage of the opportunities when you get them on Friday night.
I noticed you also talked with the team Friday night about being a second half team and maybe want to be more of a first half team.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if there's a half to be good, the second half is a good one.
No doubt about it. When you can come out of the locker room and make adjustments and feel strong about what you're doing in the second half and never feel like that you're out of a game or that you can't go control a game, I think it's important to be a second half team. And I want to be a second half team, but I want to be a first half team too. I don't want to have to depend on winning the second half. Why not go dominate 4 quarters? That's why you play for. We're talking about that this weekend in our work with coaches. How do we get them to be ready to go right when that kickoff starts? Not to make mistakes, but understand and get in the groove, and they ought to be lathered up and ready to go. You know, it's just like that horse. You're not going to put him in the chute ready to run at if you hadn't got him lathered up and he's ready to go. We got to find a way to get our kids lathered up and ready to go and hit it from the get-go. I think if we do that, you know, we can be a lot more successful. Like I said, we left some points out there on the board in the first half, but we're working on that as well. I really, can't get to take something out 4th and go, 4th and 1 from the 1, or 4th and 1 foot from the 1. We still could have got a first down, and we just didn't execute. Just flat out didn't execute and didn't get on the board there. That's 10. We overthrew 3 balls. I know that half. That's another 21. And then look in the second half, the first play of the second half, had a ball wide open we didn't connect with. And we can fix those things. But like I said, it's not like we're playing our max potential and don't expect any more of us because this is the best we can do. No, we got a lot more to offer, and our kids got a lot more to offer. They just got to find a way to get it done.
Right. For the first time this year, won the turnover battle, forced 3 turnovers on defense. Just your thoughts on that?
Big deal. And, our defense takes pride in not letting people run the ball on us, and that's what a Conley team's going to do. They're going to run the ball more than they throw. They got some big guys. They got some athletes. They got some kids that can, every time they touch the ball, the potential to take it to the house. So they're a big play football team, and we got to reduce the amount of big plays. But our defense takes pride in who they are. They take pride in being physical, starting up front with Quentin and Cole and Davis. And then you look at our linebackers and Chance Jones and Sam Coleman and Stevie Ramirez and Jalen Brown. I mean, they pride themselves on being physical. Marcelo Hooker and Jordan Nickerson pride themselves on not allowing them to be thrown on. And our back end, we switched up a little bit, and that's the part of the defense is probably lacking the most, the area that we're growing in. Ooh, sorry. And we feel if as the season goes and those guys that are back there that are new, that are gaining more Friday night experience, they're going to develop, every week and get better every week, and we have a chance to have a really good defense.
So what's the health update after this past Friday night?
Thank the good Lord there's no additions to the group. We didn't lose anybody Friday night. I don't really have anybody banged up Friday night other than the bang-ups that we already have, the usual ones, but I don't, with Colton McMillan is still out. He's a safety for us, receiver guy. You still have Jason Jackson who's out. Don't know when we'll see him again. Probably won't be till district. You have Case Markham, who's I'm not going to let play this week. He's still suffering a shoulder injury, and I know he may want to play, but he's just not ready, and it's not worth it to go out there and put him out there against a Conley or Steamville and get him hurt. Dryden Anderson's out for the season, and I'm probably missing 1 or 2, but, we're banged up. Conley's banged up. Another quarterback was in a boot. Their second guy's up, but that's, and that's the same thing with Glen Rose. The quarterback's out. We have 5 or 6 guys out, too. It's not like you lost the game because you didn't have your quarterback, and it's not like we're going to win games without the dudes we have, or we can with them, or we're going to lose them because we don't. Jason Jackson's a vital part of our team, and he's been out since week 1. But the next man up, and that's high school football, and you got to go through the attrition and just keep persevering through and go do the best you can. But for us, we're going to do what we can to rest our kids that we know have an opportunity to come back and try to have them back in district when it counts. And I spoke on that all year long. We get so much wrapped up into what's going on now, but my goal is always focus on the future and what we have to do to be where we need to be in 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever that may be. So, that's our goal and focus on what we have to do to get our kids on the field. By that time, we will do.
Okay. Of course, Friday's win wrapped up another successful week for all the high school teams, another sweep. So just kind of remind everybody what happened last week.
Sure. I'll start with the junior high football because I know a lot more about it. I see them the most. I don't know as much about volleyball or what's going on there because I don't see them and I don't get those reports. But our junior high football team, the 7th grade B, 8th grade B, 7th grade A, 8th grade A, have not lost a game, and they also have not been scored on. I think that's a pretty big deal. Those kids are playing extremely hard. They're picking up what they're supposed to do at that level, and they're going out and execute it. So I'm proud of them. Our freshman team is undefeated. They've lost 1 game their entire career. That includes junior high, so I compliment them for continuing to do that when they get to high school because it changes. Our JV's undefeated. They did a great job Thursday night with our freshmen and JV. Our JV freshman won 28-0, and our JV won 34-20. So congratulations to them. Both of them doing extremely well, and our combined team is 3-1. Went over to Dublin and won that game pretty big. They won 48-14, and then of course our varsity won 17-3. So really pleased in that area with what's going on in the football program and the way that the growth and development of the entire program. But then you look at, not just football, but tennis. Tennis is constantly winning. They're doing a great thing. Coach Blasey and Coach Hutchins do a great thing at the junior high and the high school. They defeated San Saba 13-2 last week. Our girls cross-country team went to Lubbock and finished 9th overall, led by Sydney Darden. Led by Sydney Wyndham, Kate Tyndall, and then Talia Kraft. Those girls are working extremely hard. I go to Lubbock and a little overnight stay for them, get to experience what it'd be like when they go to state or to area track, regional track. So That was good for them. Our varsity boys went to Lipan. Caleb Nelson finished 5th, and Luke Gray finished 9th. So those two guys are continuing to lead that cross-country team and doing great things. So congratulations to them. Our girls JV cross-country finished 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and went on and won the Lipan tournament. Miranda Northcutt finished in 1st place, so congratulations to her. That JV group, I mean, you go 1, 2, 3 in a JV meet, and then you keep working, and all of a sudden you go to the varsity level, you just don't miss a beat. So congratulations to Coach Parrish and what she's doing with the girls cross-country team, and also Coach Parker for what he's doing with the boys. And then, of course, again, our maroon and white team won, our combined team won, our varsity team won. Volleyball did drop their match with Lampasas. I know that they're working hard to do what they got to do, so when district hits, they'll be prepared to go.
Pretty successful weekend.
Yeah, it's really nice to see all of our teams being quite successful.
So what all do we have coming up this week, Coach?
We got volleyball versus Burning at Warren Gym. That'll be 5, and 6:30. Varsity playing at 6:30. Remember, most of the time, this time of year when it's volleyball time on Fridays, the varsity will play at 4:30, but on Tuesdays they play at 6:30. And then we got cross country going Wednesday to Dublin. Of course, we'll pick up some JV games and freshman and combined games later in the week, and then volleyball picks up later in the week again, and just sort of the same old routine. But the neat thing on note now, you look in spring golf, our boys and girls will travel to Glenrose and play a 2-day tournament over in Glenrose Friday and Saturday. So I'm excited to see what's going on in our girls and boys golf program, led by Coach Wilson. Mark Wilson does our girls in the spring, and does our girls and boys in the fall. So I'm excited to see their start.
All right. We have any ticket information for Friday night's game?
I do. If you want to get tickets I want to say this: if you're listening, junior high parents, you got to go to brownwoodisd.org. There should be a link. If not, there's a link at Conley that you can get those tickets, or you can still go to the gate and do your phone and do the tickets that way. I think it's 3 and 2 for the varsity game. You get them online at brownwoodisd.org. Go to athletics, click on the link. Those tickets will be $6 for adults, $4 for students. Of course, if you're watching the games here at Gorman Stadium, you can pay at the gate. The reason I say you may want to look at Conley's link is Ms. Hasso is out today. She should be in the office tomorrow. We can get the link set up that has their link on it on our webpage. How that works, I'm not real great at that, but however that works. But yeah, tickets is online sales only. You get them before the game. You go there, hit the Q code, whatever that, y'all know how to do that. That's not my world, but I guarantee those parents know how to do that. But no, we won't have ticket sales at the athletic office. They'll all be done at the stadiums or online.
All right. What's the sub-varsity schedule for this week?
Sub-varsity schedule for the boys, they'll freshman JV will play at home against Conley at 5 and 6:30, and then our combined team travels to Belton, and they'll play over there at 5 against pretty good Belton team, so that's what we're looking for.
All right. Sounds like another busy week coming up. So you got any NASCAR information to share?
Man, do I. I got a bunch of sad news and some good news. Well, they ran at Bristol, which is a neat track. They ran 500 laps at Bristol. My guy, once again, was sitting right there in 3rd place, doing really well. Thought he had a chance to win it, as he did a couple of weeks ago, and his motor blew up again. So the last 3 races, he had 2 engine failures, so that's difficult and frustrating. But he now is out of the playoffs, so everybody can throw darts at me and say, nanny, nanny, boo-boo. Stars guys did well. Kyle Larson did well, and Chase Elliott did well. But congratulations to Chris Busher. Born to Bristol, and he's a Prosper, Texas boy. So congratulations to those Texas boy, Chris Busher, NASCAR champion today.
All right. So anything else you want to mention today, Coach?
Just thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Burner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bond Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howie Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Harlan Funeral Home, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agencies, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
All right. Well, we'll be. You got more?
Yeah.
All right.
The Cowboys won.
The Cowboys won.
The Aggies won.
That's right.
The Longhorns won.
That's true.
Did the Red Raiders win?
No.
Baylor won.
Baylor won.
A.J. McCarty Jr. out
That's
there
right.
playing cornerback, did a great job. Really
That's
proud
right.
of him and what he's doing.
So who's going to win the Texas and Texas Tech game this weekend?
Texas.
Okay. I hope you're right. But
I mean, I'm a Tech guy, but I like them all. But if you ask me the truth, I'm going to tell you I think Texas is going to beat them.
I hope you're right.
And, AJ doing a really good job at Baylor.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
A really good job. Matter of fact, they don't throw to him very much, was a compliment to him. Zach Strong's playing at Tarleton, doing a great job over there for them. So it's pretty neat to see some of our former Lions playing at the Division I level, having a lot of success.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on Saturdays.
That's right.
All right. Well, we'll be back on Wednesday to talk a little more about Conley here on the Coach Show on KOXE, KOXE.com, the KOXE app, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
Have a great day, Brownwood.